The fisherman thought he found a normal buoy drifting at sea, but when he pulled it in, he immediately called the Navy. Captain Marcus Reed had spent over 30 years navigating the unpredictable waters of the Gulf of Mexico. He'd survived tropical storms, mechanical failures, and encounters with aggressive wildlife, but nothing unnerved him quite like what he discovered one fog-choked morning aboard his old trawler, the Maribel. The morning had begun like any other, gray skies, rolling swells, and the low hum of his vessel slicing through the ocean. Visibility was poor. A thick mist clung to the surface of the water like a shroud, giving everything an eerie, weightless silence. It was then, through the veil of fog, that Marcus spotted it, a bright red shape bobbing gently in the distance. A buoy, he thought, probably torn from its moorings during the last storm. Standard protocol for seasoned captains like him was to retrieve loose navigational aids to avoid potential hazards to shipping lanes. It was common courtesy out here, maritime respect. So he eased the throttle and adjusted course. As the Maribel approached, Marcus noticed something strange. The buoy wasn't the usual type. This one was bulkier, with unusual grooves, and strange black markings faded along its surface. It didn't have a Coast Guard ID, and it looked new, but also altered, like someone had tampered with its design. He leaned over the rail with his boat hook, and snagged the edge of it, pulling it closer. It took a surprising amount of strength to haul it in. The thing was heavy, far more than any normal buoy should be. Its underside had no chains, no barnacle growth, just sleek metal panels, and one thing that made his gut twist: a sealed hatch, bolted tight against the top. Marcus didn't like mysteries at sea, but curiosity, as always, had a pull stronger than fear. He secured the object to the deck, and knelt beside the hatch. It took effort, and more than a few hits from his crowbar, but eventually the bolts gave way with a deep groan. The hatch creaked open, and Marcus immediately staggered backward. Inside was a narrow, reinforced chamber lined with blinking lights and cables. At its center was a sealed core, a cylindrical device with multiple antennae folded into it, wrapped in foreign warning labels and red hazard tape. Symbols and languages he didn't recognize covered the inside wall. This wasn't navigational equipment. It wasn't even military, at least, not the kind any ordinary sailor would know. Something about it felt off. The machinery inside was too advanced, too deliberately hidden. It had cooling units and data port, and just beneath the blinking control panel, Marcus saw a label burned into the interior wall. It read Prototype Relay Node, Deep Signal Project, Unauthorized Access Prohibited. His breath caught. He stumbled back, slammed the hatch closed, and reached for his satellite phone. The only number he trusted for things like this was the naval base 2 ports over. Captain Reed, Gulf Trawler Maribel, I found something you'll want to see. Coordinates incoming. And, you'll want to bring a team. There was a pause on the other, then a calm but firm reply. Understood. Stay where you are. Do not touch it again. Within the hour, a Navy vessel arrived. Marcus watched in silence as uniformed personnel boarded his boat. They examined the buoy, took photos, then covered it with a black tarp. He overheard murmurs, words like unauthorized tech, signal amplification, and deep surveillance array. They didn't explain much to him, just thanked him for reporting it. Then they took the buoy, wiped down the area, and warned Marcus not to discuss it. But of course word spread. Other fishermen began whispering about foreign tech being tested in American waters. Some said the device was designed to intercept submarine communication. Others believed it was monitoring deep-sea seismic activity tied to something much larger, something classified. As for Marcus, he kept sailing, but every time he passed that stretch of ocean, he felt a chill in his bones. Not because of the cold, because he knew that somewhere beneath those waves, something was still listening, and it might not be human.